Hello everyone, CodeWow here. Today I'm going to show you how to set up your server status for Terraria on Gemini servers. Full disclosure, Gemini servers is my website. I have developed it from the ground up myself. So let's get started. So we're going to set up the Terraria server status. So right now, your status does not display because Terraria requires you to have a token so that they can authenticate each other, if that makes any sense. All you should know is that it's important and you need it. Let's look up Tshock for the Terraria server that you will need. You cannot do this on vanilla. Go to the GitHub page for Tshock, go down to the releases on the right side, click whatever release is the current one. You can scroll down, find the zip that says Tshock, whatever version it is, Terraria, whatever version it is, and click it and it'll download. Now you can open that up. Let's create a folder on our desktop. We'll just call it Terraria server. Alright, we got that. We can open that up. Bring it over here. Now with our zip file for the Terraria we just downloaded, which I've downloaded 4 times now because I've re-recorded this multiple times. Let's grab all the files in the folder. We'll just drag it over into our new Terraria server folder. And we are good. So we have it. We can close out of the zip. And now we have all of our files. So to get the config file, we need to run the server at least once using this Terraria server exe. So we'll run it. Windows will block it because it thinks it's risky and you shouldn't do anything. We can just click on the view more or whatever and run. Let this all load. You don't have to do anything else on the server from here. It will create this Tshock folder in your Terraria server folder, and that is what we need. So we're going to close this for now because once we modify anything in this, we're going to have to restart the server. In some cases you can reload it, but it's probably better to just fully restart it. So we're going to open the config.json file, JSON, in our favorite text editor. In my case, it's this brackets. Now, once we're in this file, we are going to want to scroll all the way down to the bottom. At the very bottom, you will see this last option here as application REST tokens. That is going to be an important piece after we enable this feature. So up here, a couple lines above, REST API enabled false. We need to change that to true. Now the one just below that, REST API port 7878 is the default REST API port. If you are running on MC Pro hosting, Apex hosting, or any other server hosting that is not dedicated server with dedicated IP and port, you will probably need to generate it on that platform and add it in here. In my case, I am just running on my computer, so I'm going to leave it as the default port 7878. Now, this option below it, log REST, as a server owner myself, I love seeing anything that is happening on the server. So if a plugin is running commands at any given time, I can tell if something's going wrong. Now in this case, we're going to enable it because this is an outside website. It's my website. I fully trust my website, but you might not trust my website. Alright, so now after we do true for that, we'll go down one more, enable token endpoint authentication. We're going to need to change that from false to true as well. This will enable our token to authenticate with the server. Now we're going to need the application REST tokens. So we're going to have to go to Gemini servers and get to our server settings. To do that, come up to the hamburger menu at the top, click it, go to settings/server, find your Terraria server, scroll down to the enable server status section, check the box to enable it. Now you'll see recommended token and this code right down here. So what you're going to want to do is, if you choose this token, which is the recommended token to use because it's pretty long, it's pretty secure, nobody's going to be able to guess this token and use it to start sending commands to your server. So only Gemini servers will know this token. This is a private token, well, public in a sense, but private token, do not share it with anybody, or else they could start sending commands to the server and stuff. So keep it private. In our case, we're going to copy it. We're going to paste it down here in this REST token input. Make sure your port is the REST port that you have set up previously. And we're going to take this whole chunk of code, copy this, go into the config file, in between the curly braces by application REST tokens, we're going to paste in there, save it, and we are set. Well, first we should save it on Gemini servers as well. So click save at the bottom of the settings. Once the settings saves, you'll get the settings saved successfully message, and you should be good to go. Now, all you have to do is go to your server, start it up. If you have a world pre-made, you can load it up, go through all the settings to start it. I'll just bring this screen over to the side so that we can see it. Once your server is started, you can go over to your server listing, go onto the page, and you should see Gemini servers requested REST endpoint v2 server status. In this case, it means that we have successfully set up our server status token, and Gemini servers can now check the server status to see how many players are on your server, how many max players your server can handle, and if it's online or offline. Thank you for watching. That is all for this one. If you have questions or you want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next how-to video.